Hello, Blake Grutis here with F64 Academy and F64 Elite, and today we're going to take a look at a blend mode that I know you're not using that you probably should. It's fantastic because it can do amazing things on one solid color fill layer with one blend mode and a little bit of tweaking. Here's the before on this image. I kind of like this image. I think it's beautiful, but take a look at what happens when we use the hard mix blend mode of all things to create this photograph. Let's go and jump into Photoshop and I'll show you exactly how to do this. All right, so let's talk about the hard mix blend mode. If you've ever used the hard mix blend mode, you're probably thinking, Blake, what the heck are you talking about? Have you ever used that thing? Really? Are you doing a YouTube video on something that looks that garish and nasty? Well, you're right. The hard mix blend mode comes from a category of blend modes that I like to consider contrast style blend modes. It derives its power from actually the linear light blend mode. It's a variation of the linear light blend mode that actually breaks your image down into 8 different colors. So if you were to use the linear light blend mode with any of the layers that you'd put on your image, you'd immediately see something that's black, white, splotchy red, splotchy green, splotchy blue, and you're like, yep, that's trash, never gonna use that again. However, the hard mix blend mode, very similarly to color burn, color dodge, linear light, linear burn, and linear dodge, yeah, and there's a couple other ones. These are blend modes really rely on fill to do the heavy lifting of the work. Where you're typically used to using opacity with something like soft light or overlay, the real magic here happens in the hard mix blend mode with the fill slider. So let's jump into this, I'll show you. So one of the things that I love to do is called color grading. And you've seen color grading all over the world. You see it every single day of your life. It's in advertising, it's in movies, it's in TV, and it's something that we should be doing with our images as well. Well, the hard mix blend mode gives me a great opportunity to relight my image. So looking at this photograph on Ruby Beach in the Olympic National Park, I'm sitting on top of a rock, got this beautiful sun that's about to beam across the water, but it never quite did it. It was really kind of non-existent, really. But I knew that if I just got the data, I could exploit it later. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop on a solid color fill here. After I do that, I'm just going to press OK, and I'm going to turn the eyeball off. I'm going to double click on this solid color fill so I can get a selection of maybe this color right here to relight my image with a little bit more intensity of something like that peach, or maybe even more into the oranges here. I really do like that kind of orange glow that we're getting from back there. And we'll call that good for now. And then we'll turn that preview back on. So that's just getting the light that I want to reshape this image with. I'll show you how we can change that very easily on the fly after we've got everything all set up. Now I'm going to go to the hard mix blend mode, and I told you it's going to be splotchy, it's going to be green, it's going to be yellow, it's going to be red, it's going to be black, it's going to be blue, might be white, and it's garish, it's nasty, and it's disgusting. And honestly, when I look at this, I feel like I'm about to get an aneurysm. So I'm going to change this really quickly. If we go down here to fill and we move the fill down, watch what happens. It takes those 8 colors and it turns from 8 to 16 to 32 and just constantly doubles itself into the amount of colors that hard mix is allowing that color that I'm applying to this image to apply to the photograph. Now I'm using a solid color fill. You can use just about anything you want with this. You can use curves adjustment layers. You can use a duplicate copy of the image. You can do anything you want with the hard mix blend mode. I'm just doing it with this color grade. So what happens here is we get an increased intensity in contrast in our image. That's what hard mix is going to do. Our brights are going to get really bright, our darks are going to get really dark, but here we have the added value of this orange color added to it as well. Okay, so it totally changes and relights this image from the ground up. Now, fill controls the equation, or how many colors are coming in as we move that down. So the lower you get it, the better. I say somewhere between 15 and 25% is usually pretty good. Anything more than that is too intense. Opacity, on the other hand, will allow you to modify the intensity of that equation. So the fill modifies the equation, the opacity modifies the intensity of that equation. So once you get your fill set up, then you address your opacity, and then you get to do some magic. So I'm going to press Command or Control I on this mask. And now with my brush tool, I'll press B for my brush tool, and I'll paint with white on the areas where I want this coloring and this brightness to come back. I'm essentially relighting and reshaping my image with the hard mix blend mode. And look at how beautiful that is. We can relight these rocks. We can come across the water here, maybe, do something like this and maybe go back and forth here so it looks like that beam of light is coming across there. Maybe make our brush a little bit smaller and, give us a little bit of light along the edge of this rock. Maybe even a little bit back here along the edge of this tree line back here to give that some color back there instead of how dark it is back there, okay? And then maybe a little bit along these rocks over here to give them a little bit of life. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? I mean, that, ooh, it's gorgeous. Love it. See, and this is just relighting and reshaping the light on the image. Now I'll turn this off so you can see the before. And now look at the after, okay? So I did say that opacity controls the intensity of that color. Fill controls the equation that's happening with that color and how it applies itself to your image. Is that a technical term? Probably not. It's just the way I think of it, and it helps me remember that. Now here's some other variables here that will really start to play in with this hard mix blend mode, and that's the color that we choose. So we're talking about the tonal values increasing in contrast, but that's because if we look at the color that we're using a rather bright color. All right, so it's more towards your whites. It's got more value in the whites than it does in the darks. But watch what happens when we use a darker color. It really increases the contrast there. Watch what happens when we use a highly saturated color. It really brings on that color value there. I don't really like what it's doing there. It looks really disgusting. I kind of like my bright color that I had going on there. That's more of a conservative approach. This would be adding a lot of contrast to that image and totally changing the way the image looks. This darkens everything down, but it gives it that vibrant color. Whereas this just lifts it up and makes it more vibrant. That's just with warmth. Now watch what happens when we make it cooler. Boom, look at that. Look at how we can change and alter the entire mood of this image really quickly just by changing the color after we've set the fill and the opacity on the hard mix of all blend modes, people, the hard mix blend mode. And then we'll just drop that down, make that a little bit darker, and then show what happens at the different intensity levels of the color that we're choosing. So if you use a bright color, it's going to brighten the image while adding contrast and really be heavier on the brightness part because it's going to make things brighter with that brighter color. Or if we go on the darker color, it's going to be heavier on the dark contrast that's going to be coming in there, but it also gives you that color cast. So yeah, you could do this with white and you could do it with black as well. And those are neutral colors, but I like to do this with actual color because that's the color grading. That's what makes the viewer experience the image with us by letting them see the colors that we felt when we were there and showcasing that, exaggerating that, and exploiting that. Now I know that this is probably something that you're not going to remember, and I get it. Most people who use palette effects, on my palette effects panel, this column right here automatically does that with the hard mix blend mode. But I've also created a series of actions for you. Maybe you don't own palette effects too, and that's fine. I've made a series of actions for you that if you're watching this on YouTube, you can go ahead and follow in the description below or in the little card that's going to pop up. You can head over to F64 Academy and download these actions. It makes it really easy for you because all you have to do is press play on this and it's going to give you an overall warmer image. Now, these are set up at 20% fill, so you will have to drop the opacity on your own, but they're also hard mix warm, hard mix bright. You can see it's using a different color, and then hard mix dark. One thing I do want to bring up when it comes to this, you have warm and you have cool colors here, but watch what happens when I do hard mix, warm, bright, and I press play. See what happens in the background there when I apply this to the whole image? I said it's going to make your brights much more intense along with your darks because it's adding a lot of contrast at the same time. If you see it happening back there like that, just utilize some of the things that I've already taught you, like blend if. If we double click inside this layer and we go over here to the right hand side, we want to protect all of those underlying highlights as they shine through that orange. So what do? We grab that underlying highlights slider, we move it over until we've protected all of those highlights, and then we press Alt or Option and we just feather that, and it has a nice smooth transition of color on the image, and it protects those highlight areas instead of destroying them. All right, so I didn't include that into the action because you might not want that all the time, but when you start to see that hard mix blend mode blowing out your highlights like that, just utilize blend if. It's an amazing way to do that. You can also use the mask as I showed you in this tutorial. So the short and skinny on this, hard mix blend mode. What controls it? I hope right now you're answering fill, okay? It's trash unless you use fill. Fill will control the equation of how that hard mix blend mode is allowing the layer that you have selected to interact with the rest of the layers below. Then you increase the intensity or decrease the intensity using opacity. The other triggers that we have there are our mask and our blend if. Use them with hard mix, okay? You can also do what I did in this tutorial by inverting the mask and just painting in with white to relight and reshape that image. If you like this tutorial, please like it, comment on it, and share it. If you haven't subscribed already, subscribe and hit the little notification icon there so anytime I create a new tutorial, you'll get it in your inbox. And better yet, if you're not a part of the F64 Academy family, go ahead and hop over to f64academy.com/sign-up and you can get on my subscription list so anytime I come up with new things outside of YouTube, you'll be getting all of that information. Thank you very much for taking the time to watch this. I sincerely appreciate it. Go out, use hard mix. It's not a trash blend mode. It's probably one of the best, okay? Better than soft light, better than overlay, and definitely better than dissolve. Have a great day.